What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time of course we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video. And that's right, Disney Princess Phil is back in the house. Your boy Duty got kind of tired for looking at ugly Phil, so he needed to make him look a little bit more digestible. And by the way, I'm not sure what's going on, but I think Phil's head and face morphed, because when I applied the Disney Princess filter, he looks so much different. I mean, look at the hair, look at the face, look how puffy he looks. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think Phil is just morphing into an uglier version of DSP. So anyway, let's take a look at the video. It's about 6 minutes long. I'm pretty sure he'll bitch about the React content and bitch about, whatever. So let's take a look.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 1st of October, 2023. A pretty cool streaming day of variety. First of all, I actually got some compliments. People were like, your background looks better with purple than it did with the other color. If you remember yesterday, I went red because I was playing Resident Evil 4 Remakes DLC separate ways. I thought, oh, that kind of fits horror, survival horror. Today we went purple. People were like, wow, that's like perfect for Halloween spookiness. So I mean, what an improvement from everything I used to do. Last year, we didn't even have this lighting or anything, right? And I'm very appreciative of everyone who helped me to get this setup going in the last year. I hope you've all enjoyed the improvements to the visuals. Anyway.
Yeah, you can thank the Dutch brothers there for that, Phil. I love how you don't mention their names after, you pissed them off and insulted them and insulted their religious beliefs and refused to apologize and say, hey, I was just joking, my bad, I shouldn't have said that. But no, of course, Phil never apologizes, of course, because he did nothing wrong. And what he ended up doing was he essentially told them that he was just joking, so shut up, and if you don't like it, leave. And the two brothers actually left. So if you notice, Phil has not been receiving any donations, tips, memberships, or gifts for himself, for Kat, and Jasper for several months. And of course, that's because Phil always burns his bridges and has a way of just pissing off people. So you can thank the Dutch brothers, Phil, for that period of maybe 6 months where they decided to just donate and try to actually help you. Try to help you and your streams because they felt like, hey, this guy's trying, let's give him a hand. But then when they realized the obtuse douchebag that you are, they were like, yeah, we're done and we're out. And to their credit, which I was a little worried they weren't going to do, but to their credit, they actually have not been back on DSP gaming at all. They've put a period after that dark period in their life, and they moved on to support other content creators. So big ups to the Dutch brothers.
What a fun day. A podcast this morning didn't have too much particularly to talk about, so we focused in on everything going on this month with the Halloween festivities, meaning you guys can now nominate games for my upcoming Halloween marathon. We talked about all the Halloween events I'll be doing for my React channel, all kinds of fun stuff. And we had a pretty extended segment near the end of the show talking about Halloween and candy and stuff like that. In fact, we kind of ran out of time, and I said, let's pick this discussion up because I was actually enjoying talking about holiday and candy and all kinds of fun stuff. And we had to move on and get the show going over on DSPReacts. And speaking of which, first stream today was DSP versus the internet over on DSPReacts.
By the way, one little quick note. I'm not sure if you saw my video or not, but Phil extended the he extended the podcast because I noticed that he's been doing this even so more with DSPReacts. So he's been hinting over and over that no one supports DSPReact. And the same thing happened yesterday. He got lucky, he got $50. But typically, DSPReacts is a dead stream. His channels are down to 100, and it's probably going to dip even lower. And his views are horrendous. I went over that in my other videos from yesterday. Check him out if you wanna see that. But yeah, he's all up but give him the DSP reacts. He talked about how he only does one show and that's all he's gonna do. He's not gonna do long form content. He's not gonna do pretty much nothing extra because like he said, there's no support for it. And I think he's setting up to wage quit DSPReacts, and he's gonna probably move that React content back to his main channel and just focus on his main channel. What I can see him doing is I can see him just eliminating DSPReacts, put everything back to DSP gaming, and then what he may try to do is try to bump up the cost of memberships. So instead of $3.99 for the basic membership, he may bump that up to $4.99 and say, hey, look, I'm giving you double the content on one channel and I'm giving you a discount. That's what Phil's going to try to do and say. And of course, I can see him using inflation and the cost of living, and everyone deserves a raise. So does Phil. So keep an eye out for that with Phil. I could definitely see him trying to pull that. And then that way he doesn't have to maintain two channels, and he doesn't have to get low support for the DSPReacts. You could just focus on his regular daily, gameplay streams, which apparently bring him more support than anything else. So he's so transparent. You can just, all you have to do is listen to Phil, let him talk for a little bit, and you can realize that most of the shit he's saying is bullshit, or he has ulterior motives, and they're pretty easy to figure out what those ulterior motives are.
And it was a pretty good show, because now, for the first time ever, I've been doing this React show since February. We're actually heading into a holiday season. You got the Halloween season, the Thanksgiving / shopping Black Friday season, and then the Christmas season. So with this being the holiday season of Halloween, we had a lot of people submitting horror-themed videos, and it was very fun to see things. There was like creepy crime stories, true stories of freaks who used to be like parts of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, actual, little like horror stories and things like that. And it was actually cool to have that in there. Now, I know a lot of people had submitted stuff that didn't get watched. Please continue to do that. If you're someone who's a member on DSPReacts, this month, we've got 3 more shows coming up this month. Please submit more of that stuff. I would like to have more of that stuff themed. I actually feel like it made the show much better this week because it had that kind of themed content in it. Overall, it was a good React show. I had a great time with it. So 2 videos are live on DSPReacts right now. That's youtube.com/@DSPReacts. You can watch 2 videos now, and a new video will go live every day this week. So be sure to give it a look when you get chances over the course of the week. Okay? Tonight, the late stream was Lies of P. And man, it was a tough start because I had to fight the Chapter 8 boss to begin. That Chapter 8 boss is no slouch without spoiling it. Very similar to the Chapter 6 boss, where it's 2 bosses in one. An entire boss fight with a full health bar. The boss is tough and can take away all your energy quickly. Then, once that boss is done, a whole second phase boss. That's a whole second boss, completely different attack patterns, not even similar to the first boss. It took me about an hour to defeat this boss. I was like, all right, obviously I don't want the whole stream to just be the boss fight. Let's continue on. I ended up going a little bit later tonight, maybe an extra half an hour, as we head into Chapter 9, which was fun. There's a lot of stuff to do in Chapter 9 that was entertaining and interesting. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but I ended up getting a cool new boss weapon that, again, this is like my 5th boss weapon in the game. Love it. Love this boss weapon. Seems to be extra good for my build. Sadly, I don't have enough upgrade weapons or upgrade parts to really upgrade it as far as my previous weapon was. But I'm hoping that we will find more over the course of, the next couple streams to upgrade it further, because I'm really liking it. It seems like it has a lot of special abilities and a unique moveset. So, played for about a little over an hour to get further into the game, and, very fun. New enemy types yet again, and a big twist to the plot. Again, something I wasn't expecting. A little twist that I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting to see that, and I wonder what the lure is behind that. So, more going on in the game. Very fun. Overall today, support was pretty good.
Okay, one little tidbit from that little long segment there. The one interesting little thing is, of course, Phil working overtime. That's right. I've counted so far ever since the hype for TeamDivorce, the TeamDivorce, Team Health, Team Roommate drama has started off. He's worked, I think he streamed, I wrote it down. I think he's probably streamed about, I'm going to say at least 12 times. And the night streams, which I would say are 6 times, he's gone late 5 times. 5 times he's run late, and not just like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We're talking about like 45 minutes, half an hour, and this is becoming an occurrence. Now, mind you, this is a man that 12:15 Eastern every night. It doesn't matter what he was doing. He was dropping that controller, and he was gonna go spend time. Well, he was gonna upload his videos and then go spend time with my wife. You guys heard the spiel. I can't work late, folks. I can't. I have to drop it. I have to shut it off. I have to go spend time with my wife. What happened to that, Phil? That seems to just all but disappeared. You no longer feel the need to rush out of your room to go be with your wife. You hang out in your room, you play late, and some of it too is because you're hoping you get more tips. You figure the longer you stay on, maybe the more, you might garner yourself a few more tips here and there. But it's very telling. It's very telling that you've completely changed. And again, I tell you guys, and I'm probably going to do a stream of this. I'm trying to put together a couple clips of Panda Lee, the last moments of Panda Lee, where we last hear and see her, and just see how Phil reacted and the way he was acting. And it's very similar. I mean, eerily similar to the way he was acting when Panda Lee and him broke up. And yeah, I think he's going through it right now. I know he tries to convince everyone that everything's hunky-dory and fine, but there's definitely something major going on in that roommate agreement that doesn't smell right. So keep an eye out for it.
Got some members. Got hit the level 1 tips goal on each stream. Can't complain. Certainly not an overwhelming day, but at the same time, it wasn't a bad day. So thank you so much for the consistent support. All right, Monday, the 2nd of October, we continue on with more Lies of P on the first stream. We'll continue on with Chapter 9 and beyond. From what I'm understanding, Chapters 9 and 10 are not very long.
Okay, I know I'm interrupting a little bit too much here, but I don't want anyone to forget here that last night, he actually stopped his stream to chastise a Mr. Dr. Oink, which I believe is OIC. A lot of people have been saying it's OIC, but I'm not sure. But anyway, let's just say whatever his name, Professor Oink or Dr. Oink or whatever the hell his name is. Apparently, Phil chastised him because he donated 5 times. He gave 5 tips in dollar amounts, and of course, Phil had to stop the stream and actually chastise him and said, "Why are you doing this? You're tipping wrong, you idiot. Why are you just tipping me $1 5 times? You know that PayPal is getting like 60 cents." Yeah, this is what he literally said. Versus just saying, "Thank you, I appreciate it." No, he needed to stop his stream and chastise someone for giving him money because they were doing it the wrong way. But yeah, support was decent. Okay, Phil. Okay. You keep saying that and you keep chastising your pigs on how to donate. And what's going to happen is no one's going to donate. I found it very interesting that a lot of people think that Wink person is OIC. Actually, I posted on my Twitter. If you go to my Twitter and check it out, I posted 2 screenshots. And if you go to my comment section, you'll see it as well for the videos. Apparently, OIC decided to drop me 2 super thanks on 2 of my videos. And in one of them, he specifically said, and mind you, this was after he chastised Mr. Oink or Dr. Oink or whatever the hell his name is. And essentially said that Phil's not going to hit the tip goal, hit the membership goal with his help. I found that very interesting. And then he dropped me another super chat thanking me for putting him in a thumbnail or something like that. So, you keep being stupid, Phil, and you're gonna end up losing. You're gonna end up losing some of your whales. Now, OIC is OIC, and he does stuff for drama and effect or whatever. So it just could be him trying to mess around or whatever. But I found it telling that, of course, he chastised Mr. Oink or Dr. Oink or whatever the hell his name is. And many believe that he's OIC, and OIC decided to drop those super thanks in my videos and in my comment section. So Phil, put it out there. By the way, I did CC Phil in my Twitter post with the screenshot. So let's see if he decides to yell at OIC or maybe send him an email asking him what the fuck's going on. Why am I watching the tractor content? Because Phil, in the land of Phil, the tractor content is a no-no. You can't watch the tractor content if you watch or support Phil. So the drama that should ensue from that should be fun. So anyway, that's all I have. He's going to go on about today's stream and his podcast, which no one gives a shit about. We'll deal with that in tomorrow's Daily Wrap. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.